concept of what a hitting coach is. Like, it's not just show up, watch the game, and pat them on the back. You're all in. You, assistant hitting coach, are all in, kind of breaking these guys down. But I think for normal fans or even normal baseball people, you have a machine, you have BP, you have flips, you have technology. How do you balance it all?
Yeah, well, we always start with like who the player is best. It's like, okay, what's their North Star? Because in hitting, it's just a part of it. Everybody sees it, has an opinion on it. So it kind of takes the opinions out of it. We know who the player is best. They're signing off on it. And then from there,
I love that. They're signing off on it. I love that.
Yeah, so everything they do is geared towards that. So it kind of keeps us out of the weeds. Whether we suggest, hey, you can load better, can you start earlier? They know that's only dictated back towards what they are at their best. And then we have the machine work is really almost like, you can call it constraint, you can call it implicit learning, but it's basically just guiding them and we can kind of form that to what they need. So it's a very challenging type practice. It's basically creating an environment where they don't have to think much. The drill will kind of challenge them what their need is. So we're watching Carlos here, and at his best, he really stays behind the baseball, can drive the baseball in the air like that when he's good because his body allows him to, he's behind it. So we can do some things like high velocity, which is basically a timing constraint, right? And it's pushing him back. So if he's jumpy, he can't do the drill. So the drill,
speed up the ball when you jump.
Yes,
yeah.
So the ball gives him the best feedback versus a coach all the time. So that's how we're balancing the tech, the machines, and then the tech in the cage really gives them a baseline of what we can measure. Okay, what are you at your best? And then one day they show up and they're not operating at that. They'll kind of come to me and like, what is this? And we can know like, hey, you're not in your legs. You got to challenge yourself a little more. So it's basically giving them feedback. It's tracking changes over time, which I think is really important in a major league season.
Absolutely.
Because things can change, and that's what we got to be aware of.
No doubt.